Often, when we talk about BYOD and mobility, we refer to the consumerization of IT. But the word consumerization may be leading us to a wrong impression. What is driving this demand for choice is not cool features. It's a real desire to have these mobility devices make us more productive. Users are increasingly demanding not just choice, but robust features and a seamless experience bridging from corporate to personal usage, enabling collaboration and productivity gains. Now, a lot of companies are trying to do this. To look at this, I spoke with Paul Brannen, the Executive Vice President of Mobile Solutions for Samsung Electronics Canada. Paul and I talked about some of the ways that mobility could enhance productivity in the corporate setting. I asked Paul how mobility made him personally more productive and how it made him more collaborative.
It's interesting, the mobile devices today and how much more advanced they are. And if I look at Samsung technology and what we've done around notes in our note category and incorporating a pin into the actual devices themselves. So if you think of it from a productivity perspective, and most recently we've worked with the Niagara Regional Police Authority, and they actually use this to issue tickets now, the parking authority. So they'll walk up to somebody's car and they'll take out the S Pen on the note, and they'll actually write out the ticket and take information. And if you think about it, they can actually take a screenshot of the license plate so that there's no miscommunication or no argument in it, and then be able to transmit that instantaneously back to the authorities. So capturing all that information just through the use of technology in a much more fast and effective manner.
We know that mobility has brought real gains to employees, but what about our customers?
Mobility for the customer is an incredible, powerful tool. And I think about not only from a Salesforce automation, but even a customer service standpoint. If one of our large customers today, Bell Mobility, uses the Samsung Note product for all their technical field forces. And how they utilize the device is one of two ways. They're actually out in front of a customer doing a customer service call, and the ability to capture that information. So what I'm doing is, instead of a tech being responsible for paperwork, I'm actually removing the paperwork phase from their job and putting it into an electronic format, therefore allowing them to be much more productive, seeing more clients during the day, driving better customer satisfaction, and driving some economies of scale where I may not need as many service techs, because the service techs I have can do just that many more calls on a daily basis. So you probably increase productivity by about 10 to 15% on your service techs by utilizing technology in that space.
And what role has user experience played in this? Paul explained why the big screen was so important in creating both the user experience and in driving real productivity gains.
So the user experience on mobile devices has changed, and I would have to say significantly in the last 7 years. The devices today, and the Galaxy Note 4, which I hold in my hand, has a 5.7-inch screen. And if you think about that real estate and what you can do on that real estate, it just is much more effective. So email, yeah, you can still do email, which is a core part of the business. But I can also do training on it. I can watch training videos that I send out to my staff. I can look at news clips. I can actually read information off the web. So if I'm about to go into a meeting with somebody and I want some information, I can actually source that information before I get into a meeting. We took a lot of criticism from our competitors at that point in time on whether you really needed a screen of that size. And what's really interesting is the number of people that have now jumped into this industry. So in my world, it's a form of flattery, but I really look at how much more productive you are with a device today with a large screen and all screen as opposed to keyboard. That fixed keyboard technology, although powerful at one point in time, limited my capabilities by limiting my screen. I can multitask on these devices. I can have 7 applications open at any point in time. I can be at my son's hockey game, doing emails, filling out forms that I need to do or approvals that I need to do inside of my organization, and still be watching the Maple Leafs potentially win a game on my screen, watching TV on my device live outside of the environment. So I think for us as both consumers and business people, the utilization of smartphone technology and the integration of an operating system on a device, truly making these smart devices that we utilize in our day-to-day life, has been incredibly powerful.
So that's our look at mobility, productivity, and the user experience. In other videos, we'll look at other issues in the mobile revolution, security, management, and new directions we can expect. Stay tuned and join us for more with me and my special guest, Paul Brannen, Executive Vice President of Samsung Electronics Canada.